and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Onyara, and I talk everything self-mastery, personal development, and just everyday life experiences, and how we can take the lessons from those experiences to live a more purposeful, fulfilling, and magical life. Today I wanted to come share with you something that I was reminded of this week, and it is to not take absolutely anything personal that anybody else might be saying about your journey. And also to remind you that you do not need anybody's validation to continue working on yourself and on your dreams. Last week I had an experience that reminded me of these two reminders: not to take things personally and to not wait for other people's validation or credit for the work that I've been putting into my journey. So at the beginning of this year, in January, I had heard this podcast that suggested that every time you used a dish, to wash it, dry it, and put it away as soon as you were done. So I started doing that in January with everything that I use. I wash it, I dry it, and I put it away. And so I live with my parents. And last week, I went downstairs, I had some dinner. My mom had saved me some dinner. I washed my plate, I dried it, I put it away. And so I did notice my mom had a plate there, like, I don't know if that's how you say it, but like shred the cheese with, but there was no cheese. So I was like kind of lazy to go get the cheese. So I just kind of left the plate there, like I didn't use it. I didn't get cheese. So my mom comes upstairs like a little bit later, and she says like this slick comment, like trying to be funny, but not funny. It's like a Hispanic thing, right? It's like, you say this kind of like joke thing, but it's kind of like you're complaining. She comes into my room and she's like, I saw you had dinner and that you had the audacity, that's not the word she used, but it's like a similar word in Spanish, and you had the audacity to leave the cheese plate there. And for me, like the first thing that came in, it was like anger, because it's like, I'm the only person in this home that literally washes and dries and puts away everything that they use. Nobody else does that, like, in this house. And my mom had the audacity of coming to tell me that I had the audacity to leave a cheese plate that I did not even leave, but to even think that I would leave something like that when I've been showing up so differently. I also noticed that she would have not said this to anybody else in the house, because this is who they usually are. They are the person that usually leaves the plate there. They are the person that usually does those things, because I'm not the person that usually does those things, because now they all have seen who I am. They have seen how I show up. They have seen that I use my things, wash them, dry them, and put them away. That when I showed up differently, it called their attention and they noticed it. And so I noticed in the moment, I can't even take it personally, because the only reason that she's here making that comment is because I show up differently. And yes, first it was like, wow, like I show up differently and you still have the audacity to think something like that of me. But then I realized, like, we can't change other people's perspectives and where their focus is. And so this brought me to the other reminder that not everybody's going to see the work that we're putting in, because not everybody's focusing on us. Not everybody's looking at us or paying attention to us as much as we think that they are. And sometimes people don't notice the work that you've been putting in for years, like not just internally, but like in your everyday habit and how you show up daily. People literally have no idea. It's because we're all focused on different things. We're all seeing different things. Our perspectives are so different. And some of the most difficult work when we're working on our dreams and on ourselves is internal. And so people cannot see it. And like I've mentioned in other videos, a lot of society's things is like these material accomplishments that are worth it, and nobody really gets to see the work that you put in behind the scenes, and the work that it takes to show up in the way that you show up, or to even grow the business that you're growing, or the dreams that you're growing through. So this is your reminder not to take anybody's shit personally, because whatever they're saying is coming from their point of view, their perspective at the moment, their emotional intelligence at the moment, their consciousness at the moment, and they cannot see your vision because it's your vision, and they cannot see the work that you put in because it's your work and it's internal. And it's important for you to notice your work, for you to notice the work that you've been putting in to show up differently, for you to notice the work that you been putting in to create different habits to be a different person today. Even if those habits are internal, even if those habits are external and nobody has noticed them, Don't wait for anybody's validation to notice that you're putting in the work. Don't wait for anybody's validation to continue to show up for yourself and put in the work for those dreams that you believe in. You don't need nobody else to believe in those dreams. Only you need to believe in them and continue to show up. If this video helped you in any way, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. Also comment any other things you would like me to talk about or questions that you would like me to answer. And I hope to see you next time. Have a great rest of your day.